Hello campers, welcome back to Adventures is Uncertainty. As y'all know, I'm Mark. I was told I needed to change clothes, that we didn't match, or I didn't match, but I'm out in the garage working, and I wear gym clothes when I'm out in the garage working, even though I don't go to the gym. Okay, one of the things we've discussed many times, and I think we've even talked to you guys about it, our vision with the WeeRoll is to have it more self-contained. We don't want to keep moving these totes. I mean, that was probably one of the biggest things we didn't like about tent camping, was constantly moving all the totes. And our goal, our vision, our dream with the WeeRoll is to eliminate totes. And if you look, and you saw our video that on camping in Tennessee, we have a tote on the tongue. This tote, we bought this tote several months ago when we started, or I guess a year ago now. And it's worked out great, but you know, it's just setting up here. I actually took a string or small rope. You could use a strap to tie it down. But yeah, it's real easy to get into. Someone could untie the rope, cut the rope, just walk off with the tote with all our stuff in it. And I wanted to show you what we had in it for our camping trip. So I'm gonna lay it out on the table here. It's a little heavy too. All right. One of the things we carried was some extra propane tanks. We do plan to move away from these pretty soon. We've got a pretty good supply of them, but once we use those up, we're gonna move away from those. One of the other things we carried was, I call them the adult size Lego. We got these off Amazon. They're really good for stabilizing the trailer. You can put them under the stabilizer jacks in the back. You can put them under the tongue in the front. They're still dirty from when we went camping. But really, I mean, they're adult Legos. And we just had an airplane go by, we probably heard that. But they're adult Legos. In fact, we like them so well, we want to get away from using the 4x4 block, because it takes up a little more room. Sure, I could saw it in half, I could do several things to it, but it doesn't have the 4x4 block, well, inexpensive, since I already had it, is not near as flexible as these things. And they're not that terribly expensive. They were approximately 30 bucks. We liked them so well, we bought another set. Because there's going to be times we feel like in the back for the stabilizers that you might use 6, 7 on one side, 5 on the other side. And we can still use the other ones in the front for the tongue jack. So we got that. Another thing we carried is a heavy duty 100-foot extension cable or cord. That thing's probably 15, 20 years old. We remodeled some houses in years past. I've got 2 of these. It's heavy duty. Because this thing has paid for itself over and over the years. I mean, the old adage, buy once, cry once. I've had multiple extension cords, but really I'm down to about 2 of these and a couple of small ones. This is 50 foot actually, not 100. But it works great. Took this with us on the trip. I run it through the wheels, or one of the wheels on the tire, and then back to the tongue bracket, or the trailer bracket on the back. Put a lock on it. Just a little added security. 2-foot carpenter's level, because we wanted to level it crossways. We'll say east-west. And then we wanted to level it north-south with the truck. So 2-foot little carpenter's level again. God, that thing's probably 25 years old. Another thing we bought, and you've seen it, but this is the little stabilizer bracket. We're probably going to be replacing that. This is a little stabilizer bracket for the air conditioner. It worked, but it's not long-term. We bought these blocks to help level it. This will help level it east-west. So you roll the tire up on it. If one side's lower than the other, and we got 2 of those. And they also come with the little scotches that's under the wheels, if you can see those. You can see those there? They come with that. That come with those. Okay. All right. And then this is just some of the things we carried. We're going to probably end up carrying a little more as we develop our technique for camping out of the WeeRoll. But we didn't want to, again, we didn't want to leave that box on there just like it was. It's too easy to walk away with it. It's not totally secure, being just tied or strapped down. We want to do something a little more permanent, a little more better, and minimize how much we had to move stuff. With that in mind, we made a purchase today. This is, as it says, a trailer tongue box. Looked at several places, looked at multiple web pages, and you found the same thing on multiple pages for $60, $70, $80 than I ended up buying it at Harbor Freight. I'm honestly, it's probably one of the first times I've ever shopped at Harbor Freight, but I went in there today, they had it. Again, it was $70 something less than the other place I was going to buy it from. I really couldn't pass that up. We're going to unbox it and maybe put it on the table, and then it's really only going to take about 3, possibly 4 bolts to bolt it to the rack on the front of the WeeRoll, and we should be good to go. Oh, and it's about 50 pounds. Oh, total price, well, not including taxes, at our local Harbor Freight, it was $135. I feel like it's worth it because it's much more secure, and not only just bolting it to the trailer is going to make it more secure, but it's got a pretty good lock on it. Sure, you can get in it if you wanted to, but you just can't pick it up and walk off with it. Okay. Oh, you're going to video me carrying this thing, huh? It's pretty heavy. It's 50 pounds. All right. Trusty utility knife. Yeah, they've even got some nice bubble wrap on it. Oh, it's nice and black. Matches the trailer pretty well. Okay, again, I'm a numbers guy. This is 2.75 cubic feet. It's approximately the same thing the green tote has. Really not gaining that much more storage. I would love to have more storage. The issue with the bigger box is on our WeeRoll, this hatch for the air conditioner has to have room to swing down here. So if you got much bigger than that box, especially any higher, it just was going to hit. I hope this one clears. I've done some measurements. I hope it does. Moment of truth. I'm going to be really sad if this doesn't work. Oh yeah, we could have actually got a little bigger. Let's see. Please, 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 please. Woo! Yes. So I need to square it up, but as you can see, not a lot of space. I'm gonna do some measurements, do some drilling. Yeah, it doesn't have a single hole in it. We'll take that back. It's got a couple for water drainage, but none to mount it. And it's got a little strut, helps hold it up. You don't have to hold it. I actually wish it would go a little higher, but you still get anything and everything out we need. All right, the next phase will just to be bolting it down. Drilling a few holes, bolting it down.
Okay.
All right, campers, to mount the box, I've got a trusty old drill I've had, again, forever.
Forever.
7/16 metal drill bit. I've got some 3/8 inch grade 5 hardware. Might be a little overkill, but that's what I've got. I'm going to use it. Got some oversized washers just to distribute the force over a wider area. Got some nylon lock nuts. I think those work pretty well. And that's it. I'm going to drill 3 holes in it, bolt it down. I mean, honestly, this took longer to make this video than it's going to take to do this. All right, so bear with me a minute. I'll get it all together. And Loretta wants to show some action footage of me drilling a hole. A pro tip, since I'm doing this by myself while Loretta's filming, this is just a trailer hitch ball, drop hitch. It weighs 30 pounds or so. I'm going to put it in here just to keep this box from moving around on me while I'm actually pressing on it and drilling. That'll just help hold it in place. Okay. Okay, here we go. One thing you need to be aware of, at least on our WeeRoll, there's wires for the trailer brakes here running along this rail. And there's also wires for your 110 circuit, your 110 outlet. Just be aware of that and be mindful of it while you're drilling under here. Okay. It's probably going to be loud. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's going to be loud. This is the last bolt. Remember I said it was about 10,000 degrees humidity out here per percent. It's hot. And I keep hitting the side of the box, making big dinging noises. It's a small squeaky sound. What movie reference is that?
Do you hear it? It's a funny squeaky sound.
Okay, so I think it's pretty tight. Try it with both hands. Yeah. Get my wrench out from underneath. Maybe. Put a little pressure on it. And then we'll load this thing up with our gear. So here's the cable, the lock, put that in there. Put our blocks, I think they're going to fit over there maybe. It's getting pretty tight. Okay, maybe like Tetris, but it's all going to go in there. And here's our keys. All right, guys. Well, that's a really easy fix. I mean, even with shooting a video, we've probably got less than 30 minutes in there. So that's going to close the case on this. A tongue box for the WeeRoll trailer with, actually could get a little bit more in it, but it's pretty full for now. See you next time.